Skeet, skeet, skeet. A skeet, skeet, skeet. A skeet, skeet, skeet. What? A skeet, skeet, skeet. A skeet, skeet, skeet.
Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio.
We at night?
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL
Tell
game.
Owen
and
I need a hell of a
in
game from him
evidence a
today.
moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, hold on. Check rolling over. Yeah. All day, every day, any day.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Oh, no, you didn't just drop the interception.
With one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10.
Go get his
Forced
ass.
out to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Shout there and poke it never across the line.
So now an early 3rd and 10
so
here on their opening drive.
Do something to you. You ain't been nothing but a friend to me.
Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Tango, 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 tango.
On 1st and 10, Fields. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
We're going to sit in there. We're going to stay wide.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
There we go. That's what we wanted. Zebra, 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 zebra. Zebra, 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 zebra.
Operating from the gun, Fields. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down.
They got me.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game,
I tried to dive.
Well
He hit me.
right now.
Dropped me right where I stood.
Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Sponge, no.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play.
Did my boy
and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I've been on you for a long time, but poking never crossed my mind.
2nd and 13. Oh, it's intercepted. He's trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off at the 40.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down to score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Tell me again, my baby. Love is oh, what a good look, baby. Yeah.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Now Joe Mixon.
Great tackle.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Ursha, John, and Luda had to do it. Hey.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Take a shot at this Patron, it's gonna be long.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about
look like
the
Mike Smith,
19-yard line.
Yep, that's who that is. I've been.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams
he got out of there?
We know that, right?
Madden.
They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And he lost the football.
Give me what you got.
And he will not get all the way home.
Right up like summer. Give me what you got.
But he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Oh, that boy done made 3 plays today. 2 picks and a forced fumble.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
I'm looking for something very specific. Because I know he's blitzing.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was actually timed
perfectly. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
56, Mike, 56.
They're going to look to throw. And
great throw.
Incomplete.
Oh, he didn't catch it?
For 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up.
That was a great throw.
So they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now here's Ross.
Damn, I didn't get the animation I was looking for.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown,
I missed the hole I was supposed
Not
to
sure it
hit.
can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
No reason to. Honestly, I'm up 21-0. No reason to spam the offense.
On 3rd down, Mixon slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
No reason to spam the offense.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Great pick.
So
that's exactly how I feel. No reason to spam it.
A very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50-60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll set up to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
He can go for it if he wants.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
He's checking crack. Switch. Okay.
They'll drop the throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some room to work. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Damn, they cut off. I can see
having
who
built
it
that
was.
kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit
Honestly,
them
at
next
this point, it makes no sense for me to throw a whole bunch of passes.
And they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Back to Mixon on 1st down.
Golly, Dion.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking. That's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Le'Veon Bell. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it is 28-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
He gone.
And nothing.
Man, come on, man.
20. Touchdown, Falcons. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
Damn, I could have blocked that one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a Bengal for...
Nah, let me do it now. Yeah. Take them. There's no reason
of 11.
to risk star players getting hurt. There's no reason to risk
From
that.
the 34 now, here's
Well,
first
McCray
and 10.
been looking for opportunity to ball out. So
they'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it, and it's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
Boy.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see. 99 yards of field in front of you.
Yeah, and it just shows how important a good punter can be and how that person can really help out a team. Guarantee you his agent can be taking that video clip in on the next contract negotiation, don't you think?
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Back to throw now in his own end zone.
Oh, good ass play.
And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds.
Oh, I'm finna challenge that.
Only as incomplete.
He's
not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
I was already, it locked me into a 2-man animation. I couldn't even.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed
Locked
catches,
me into a 2-man animation.
And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll do a nice job
Shut
here
my
just to
fucking
find his way
tackle
back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming this weekend. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
I got a feeling up in my bones.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it.
I got to throw it a little bit because I was too pass heavy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 3.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Fields. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. And Tate's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well,
yeah, I've been trying to ease up on the passing. I know we can.
Success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now they'll run it on the toss. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm,
I don't understand how they have a
congratulatory,
D-tackle that
but
far out
also
there,
what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. To throw on second down, Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
First down at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 66. Watch out. Watch out.
On first down, Fields. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the gun to give to Mixon.
Yeah, I was tied to the damn
brought down at the 32.
run track.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Stop your. Mike 54.
From the gun, Fields. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script? It got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second and 6.
Waited on him.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And this one will be
I called a perfect play call to stop that.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Where'd it go? There it is.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative.
Well, I thought I was going to sneak through there.
They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way,
Jones a beast,
that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Going. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I don't even know how many I might bring.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback,
I'm up 24.
but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's the 2nd and 7. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it fights through one man. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's complete. Stills. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Come get some. He don't want it. Hot shot. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Switch up.
They're going to try and throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. 36 yards on the play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Shrugged me up twice,
it's a loss
man.
of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D. Check safety, check it.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Damn, y'all just let everybody go?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
Come
this
on,
effort won't
Price.
be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Oh, my.
The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
What screen? He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got set.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
He held it so damn long.
Bright side to that.
Ain't no way to tell where he was going to go with it.
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Ross on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
45. Mike, 45.
Going to give this time to the tailback. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Stepping up, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. This will be taken at the 10. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. And they'll indeed take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 39-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.